Yes, most holy Sanini Nanini, we thank you, we praise you for all that you've done. We give you the glory and the praise. We thank you for the moon, the stars. We thank you for the dirt, the sky. We thank you that you just made us a home, even the earth. Whether we guard ourselves from all the elements or whatever, but still, regardless, this is our home, our roof. We see everything. You've given us beauty, natural beauty. Yes, 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 but yet we want to douse it up. We want to make it artificial. But the fact is, most holy Sanini Nanini, you've given us all things that we might glorify you and that we might praise you. Even Tata and Zambi, we thank you for all things. Yes, we ask you to make us wise according to your word. Make us wise in righteousness. Make us wise in doing those things that are right in your eyes. Yes, we ask you for these things and we praise you for them. Yes, in your name. Yes, 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 yes. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Those of you on TikTok and YouTube platforms, I'm Mr. Clay, and we're Leviticus chapter 20. The 20th chapter of Leviticus. Yes, and the I am said unto Moses again, say unto the children of Israel, if any man of the children of Israel or any other man living in Israel, in other words, he said, and the stranger, you're going to follow after Israel, the God of Israel. Yes, he doesn't forbid you. That is the good news, okay? He didn't put it, where does New Testament good news stuff come from? I do not know. There's nothing new about it. Now, and gives his offspring to this God of, this M God, I'll put it this way, he is certainly to be put to death. He is to be stoned by the people of the land. And my face will be turned against that man, and he will be cut off from his people, because he has given his offspring to the M God, making my holy place unclean and my holy name common. In other words, the Most High is not common with any of other nations' gods. The Most High is not common with any other nation's God. Not to be compared. You got those Egyptians, yeah, the Egyptians, they have their gods, and God let them have their gods. Their gods are fallen angels, they're angels, and they're there to draw them away, and all those that would listen to those gods, which are scattered throughout the earth, as other gods are, and they will draw people away, according to Jubilees, chapter 15, 31, and 32. Okay? Excuse me. Verse 4, if the people of the land do not take note of that man when he gives his offspring to the M God, do not put him to death. And do not put him to death, then my face will be turned against him and his family. He and all those who do evil with him will be cut off from among their people. In other words, your house, old man. See, you don't know, why does the enemy divide the man and the woman? Why does he divide the house? Why does he divide it? He's using politicians. He's using all kinds of entities to divide the house of Israel, even your private house. This is one reason. That my face will be turned against him and his family. You say generational curse, ain't no such thing. You allow evil in your house. Put it out. And those who do evil with him shall be cut off from among their people. Didn't he say that, huh? What more is there to say? God is opening up our eyes. We begin to see. Woke. Now, and whosoever goes after those who make use of spirits and wonder workers, doing evil with them, against him will my face be turned. Why is this you have all these stargazers and monthly prognosticators? Why is it that you have these star guys and you have these funny looking alien things, and then you have all these people that deal with spirits and everything, and then they try to name the name of the Most High? No, 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 no. Why do they do this? Why? You ask. They're drawing you away from the Most High. These are angels and entities of other nations. And he said, what is it? He said, my face will be turned. That's what they want you to do. Why do they get you to sin? You're going to see another one. The story of Judith. Even he got into the men of the Philistines and got in there And he said that we know that God will not hear them if they sin. If they do this on the Sabbath day, we know what he did before. They knew that. Let us go on. I digress. But anyway, so make and keep yourselves holy. He said, don't do these things. This is how you make yourself and keep yourself holy. For I am your God. And keep my rules and do them. I am who make you holy. In other words, by the words that he's speaking to you, by the rules that he's given you, he make you holy. By your obedience, you are holy. Yes. He said, every man cursing his father or his mother, verse 9, is certainly to be put to death. Because of his curse on his father or his mother, his blood will be on him. In other words, God reiterates this many times throughout the Bible, throughout these collected books. Yes. Honor your mother and father. Regardless of what they did, how they did, God will take care of the rest. Because if you can't honor those who have procreated you or whatever, they said procreate, but you didn't procreate. God said, be fruitful and multiply. He said, create. He said, do those things after your kind. That's what he says. I'm getting kind of tongue-tied. But anyway, he says now, he said, your blood will be on you if you curse your father or your mother. Now, if a man has sex relations with another man's wife, even the wife of his neighbor, he and she are certainly to be put to death. He told Israel to do this. Did they do it? No. They stopped doing it. And the man who has sex relations with his father's wife has put shame on his father, and the two of them are to be put to death. Their blood will be on them. Did they do it? No. He says, now if a man has sex relations with his son's wife and the two of them are to be put to death, it is unnatural. Their blood will be on them. Did they do it? No. No, because that's my mom, that's my dad, my sister, my brother. But I ain't going to do that. You didn't love God more than you loved yourself. You didn't love the land or the people more than you loved yourself. If you did, you would put them to, they would have put them to death. Now, or you put them out your house, put them away from you, have nothing to do with them. Now, if a man has sex relations with a man, the same thing. The two of them have done a disgusting thing. Now, this translation says disgusting. Let them be put to death. Their blood will be on them. On them. Yes. Now, if a man takes a wife, a woman, and her mother, it is an act of shame. Let them be burnt with fire, all three of them, so that there may be no shame among you. In other words, these things are to go toward the people that they might not lust after the evil things, that they might follow that example of being holy before the Most High. When it's not done, what it's going to cause? Havoc in the land. It's such an example of Israel today. When they sit up there and they cease to continue to follow the way of the Most High, even his judgments, his sentences, and everything. And what happened? He was inhumane. That's what some of you call God, inhumane. Okay, all right. We'll see later on how inhumane God is. God is not human. Okay? Now, if a man has sex relations with a beast, let him be put to death. And let the beast be put to destruction. Oh, he's inhumane. You let these devilish heathen tell you what to do? If an animal attacked one of your children, would you not put him down? How crazy. And they'll pamper and take care of the beast more than they will take care of you. How stupid are you? If a woman goes near a beast and has sex relations with it, you will put an end to the woman and the beast, and their blood will be on them. If a man takes his sister or his father or his mother and sex relations, and with her she put with him, it is an act of shame. They are to be cut off before the children of their people. He has had sex relations with his sister, and his sin will be on him. If a man has sex relations with a woman at the time when she is unwell, I mean, what is your issue of blood or whatever? He has seen the fountain, and she has let the fountain of her blood be uncovered. And the two of them are to be cut. I don't care whether you use a prophylactic or not. He said, and the two of them are to be cut off from among the people. Did Israel do it? No. Is it inhumane? No. Do you follow God or do you follow these heathen? I don't care. Because the fact is, you have to answer to God for these. You let your house be defiled. You let your land or your compound be defiled by what you do. Even your camps, Israelite. Put them out. Jude gave you the remedy for that. And you may not have sex connections with your mother's sister or your father's sister, for they are his near relations. Their sin will be on them. And if a man has sex relations with the wife of his father's brother, he has put shame on his father's brother, and his sin will be on them till the day of their death. They will have no children. Now, children were the chief thing for a man and woman, because what? It built a legacy. And this is what Satan seeks to destroy. Your family. Your potential of family. He wants to destroy it all. This is why he turned them deviant and have them doing all these things mentioned here in Leviticus chapter 20. And you sit up there and allow it. You sit up there and not let the rest of them fear what should happen to them if they do such a thing. Whether you put them out or whether you are in a land where it's called for, even as I would say, kudos to Uganda. Kudos to Uganda. And the law that they have put forth. But that's not enough. Okay? Now let's put it this way. If a man takes a brother's wife, it is unclean. If a man takes his brother's wife as an unclean act, he has put shame on his brother and will have no children. So then keep my rules and my decisions and do them, so that the land which I am giving you as your resting place may not be violently send you out again. In other words, we have the evidence here. It sent us out. We're scattered. Deuteronomy 28:68. Sent us out to Egypt with ships and scattered all over the world, being low, a byword, and everything else. Yes, these people have overstepped their bounds. They're gonna give account of it. But what about you? Have you accepted their ways? He said, I am your God, who have made you separate from all other people. God has chosen you. Jesus did not choose you. Jesus is not God. Isis is not God. Yahushua is not God. That is the Messiah. That is the one, the second Moses. But this one here is going to lead you from death to life. That's what he's doing. He said, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you that you might bring forth fruit to the Father. But the Father have already chosen you, Israel. Get your head right on. These heathen have just put this stuff all in your head and messed you all up. Now, he said, I am the Lord your God who have made you separate from all other people. He says, so then make divisions between the clean beast and the unclean beast. In other words, you know what God told you. All you got to do is go look back in the Bible. That's why they want to destroy it. They want you destroyed. They don't want you inheriting the blessings of the Most High. They want your families destroyed, your children destroyed. Why do you think their foot on the back of your children? Why do you think they sit up there and just arrest you for any petty thing? Yes, they want you destroyed till you totally destroyed, and you can't even see for looking. Now, why do they hate you without a cause? You can't see for looking. Yes, you are holy to me. For I, the I am holy, and have made you separate from the nations, that you may be my people. Any man or woman who makes use of spirits, or who is a wonder worker, is to be put to death. And they are to be stoned with stones. Their blood would be on them. With that, God does not share his glory with anyone. Not anyone. I don't care how you look at it. Not Jesus, not Paul, not nobody. His word standeth sure. And I behoove you to study this word. Many of you are so lazy and backdrawn and so modernistic you forgot who you are through the generations. And with that, I'm going to say peace.